Hi everyone, Georgetown Soaps here. I am testing a new fragrance for BeScented, and I have loved this fragrance in my soy candles, and so I convinced Jen to go ahead and order it. I like to try and have a one-stop shop for a lot of my fragrances, so she did get it in, and I am testing the fragrance. I'm sure it's going to do fantastic. It's a really good seller in my candles, and I've done it in soaps before. So it's just a different version of what I have used before. So this is Eucalyptus, and it's a nice seller year-round. It probably sells a little bit better during the fall and winter, but I sell it year-round and make it year-round. So very excited to be trying this fragrance out. And I've gone ahead, mixed my lye water, added my kaolin clay and my colloidal oatmeal. I am just measuring out the fragrance oil. Usually I do that ahead of time, but this time I think I was so excited to test it, I just kind of forgot. I try and have a little routine with all of my soaps, but always usually tend to forget something, just depending on what's going on, who's in the background talking to me at my house, all of that. But here I am. I'm going to add the fragrance in, and what's nice is it doesn't accelerate, it doesn't rice. And if you can see, I've got my little beaker cup. BeScented started carrying these. They're about 3 ounces, and they are fantastic for just measuring out fragrance oils. They're the perfect size. If you go up to like 5-pound batches, you can get a little more than 3 ounces in, so you'll never need more fragrance oil than that. So they are fantastic. Sometimes I'll use like that little pitcher right there on the right. I'll use that to measure out my fragrance oils, but then you got to kind of scrape it out, and then you feel like you're leaving some behind. So really like these little new beaker cups. Someone asked on my other video what they are. So if you just go to BeScented and search for beaker, they should pop right up. So I've added a little titanium dioxide to this. I just want to have like a white batter. And then I'm going to use the emerald mica from BeScented. I just figured eucalyptus needs to be green and white. And normally I use some activated charcoal, but because this was a test batch, I just wanted to just test for discoloration, even though I'm 99% sure it's not going to discolor. In fact, I'm like 110% sure it's not going to discolor. And I'm going ahead and trying to thicken up my batter a little bit. You can see that, again, it does not accelerate, which is a good thing. But I want my batter to be a little bit thicker for the design, just so it's not super runny, especially when I'm using the 2-pound molds. If it's runny, because you're filling right up to the top versus like the diamond or sapphire molds that I usually use. If it's a little bit runny on top, then it comes over the side, it's not nearly as fun to clean up. So just trying to thicken this up, and then I'll go ahead and add my green mica. It's the emerald from BeScented, and then I will go ahead and do my little chopstick swirl, and I'll bring you guys back for the cut. All right, bringing you guys back. You could see I had to let it sit for a while, so I paused the video. The white didn't thicken up nearly as much as the green, so instead of letting the green get too thick, I just kind of went ahead and poured, and then I let the batter sit just so I could do a nice texture on the top of the soap. But it smells really nice. Again, fragrance performed really lovely. I'm just going to use a little spoon and go ahead and get a little texture on the top. I'll bring you guys back for the cut. All right, got the little texture on the top, nothing fancy, but just something fun. This soap I went ahead and put in the oven for 24 hours. I did not turn it on. This just lets it gel, and really my soaps pop right out of the mold. You can see there's a crack down the middle. Usually my soaps do not overheat. I think I had just a couple too many soaps in the actual oven, so it probably did get pretty warm, plus it's like 90 degrees outside. But anyway, really happy with the swirls. And it smells fantastic. So all in all, really happy with this fragrance, happy with the colors. Got some nice delicate swirls in there, and as you can see on the counter, I have done a massive amount of cutting this afternoon, so I got all my scraps that need to be cleaned up, but I'm trying to go ahead and knock everything out. So thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you for watching. I will see you on the next video.